Coming up on Look Today, well, the Flurry Festival took place over the weekend at the Saratoga City Center. It featured all kinds of dance. I've got details. And the community rallies together to create a new permanent home for Code Blue Shelter in Saratoga. More on that coming up. And the Saratoga City Council will meet tonight to vote on a budget for the new commission administration and that special election. I've got details. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson and this is Look Today. Tonight's program, I sit down with Lois Celeste. She's the Executive Director, Saratoga Senior Center, and she's here to talk about the upcoming weekly series, A Look at Seniors. And I also sit down with Aiden Stewart and Gabrielle Crepin. They're students from South Glens Falls High School and co-chairs of the South High Marathon Dance. They're here to talk about this incredible fundraiser that, believe it or not, has raised over $5 million since its beginning. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, talking about dance, the Flurry Festival took place over the weekend at the Saratoga City Center. Now, the three-day festival featured dance and performances from all corners of the world, from contra dancing, Irish river dancing, ballroom dancing, and waltz. The family event had something for everyone. Well, we were at the event, and we spoke to Tamara Flanders. She's the administrative director of the annual Flurry Festival.
We're packed.
Yeah.
We are, like, last night was record-breaking. It was really, really full in here, and it's a good steady stream this morning, so we've got more than our usual crowd, which is usually about 5,000 people.
Wow. In other news, well, here's an update on a story we've been covering. Recently, the Code Blue Shelter in Saratoga announced that it will have a new permanent home starting November. Well, currently, the Code Blue Shelter is located at the Soul Saving Station Church on Henry Street. Now, this is a temporary shelter and is limited in space. The new two-story building will be constructed on the property of Shelters of Saratoga. We spoke to Lisa Mitson. She's an active member in the community and a benefactor to this project.
Well, we love this community, and the homeless population is a part of this community, and they need help and support to hopefully get back on their feet. So it's an organization that we're happy to get behind. Their success rates are phenomenal, and it's just nice to be a part of.
Wow. Switching from news to weather. Well, today saw a slight decrease in temperatures with a wind chill. There's even a freezing rain advisory for later on tonight. Let's see how the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. Right now, as we jump into the forecast, still watching this next frontal boundary to push on through. As it does, some cooler air will likely be arriving in time for the weekend, and also high pressure will move back out, but we should see another ridge of high pressure moving in behind this latest system. But still, for the overnight, watching many spots hovering just above the freezing mark. Boston maybe below freezing, as well as Bangor, Maine, Albany 36 here across the Glens Falls area, and also the Tri-North counties, maybe about 33 to 34 higher elevations. Could even see some light flurry activity, some showers, and then eventually patchy drizzle will start to taper off by early morning. But 47 degrees for the daytime high tomorrow, so not bad. South wind about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Some sunshine peeking out through the afternoon. As we get out the door tomorrow morning, keep the jacket handy, about 34 to 37. We'll see some light patchy drizzle coming to an end, and then a slow clear out with some more sunshine expected by lunchtime. But you can see that warming trend with us Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but then Sunday, another dip on the way and temperatures go, but not bad. 55 degrees Thursday, Friday 51. We'll start to see more of a rainy pattern expected to move in for the weekend. About a 70% chance of showers with us for our Saturday, and we'll see our peak heating about 57 for the high that day. Once that system moves back out, we'll drop to highs in the 30s with the clearing skies eventually by Sunday. Well, that's it for now. Now let's get back to you, Jesse.
Thanks, Bran. Crazy weather for sure. Back to the news. Well, the Saratoga City Council will meet tonight to vote on amending the budget for the Charter Review Commission's administration and special election. Now, we will be at the meeting tonight and have full coverage on this tomorrow, including an interview with Commission Chair Bob Turner. And also, Mike Lenz will be interviewing Joe Dalton in a future episode of Beyond the Headlines. In other news, well, in response to recent demonstrations and some protests in downtown Glens Falls, a public town meeting will be held at the community room in Crandall Public Library tomorrow. Now, members of the community will be able to ask Congresswoman Elise Stefanik questions. However, she will not be present. Instead, there will be a live casting and video recording. We will be at that meeting. Up next, I sit down with Lois Celeste. She's the executive director of the Saratoga Senior Center. She's here to talk about the upcoming weekly series, A Look at Seniors. Plus, I also sit down with Aiden Stewart and Gabrielle Crepin. They're students from South Glens Falls High School, and they're co-chairs of the South High Marathon Dance, and they're here to talk about this incredible fundraiser, including a special treat at the end of the program. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. I know it's Tuesday, but it feels like Monday, so we're going to do Look Ahead. We've got a lot of stuff this week. We will be at the Saratoga City Council meeting and, of course, present that meeting in its entirety, uninterrupted, check for local listings, but we are also going to be covering parts of that meeting in stories in Look Today this week about the commission. Also, Mike Finacci will be in regarding Shelters of Saratoga and the building that's being built for them. The Fresh Air Fund is coming in. The American Legion is coming in this week. And also, we will be at that town hall meeting at Crandall Library in Glens Falls tomorrow night. It's be unusual because Elise Stefanik will not be there, but she will be. There will be a video feed. So I think that should be pretty interesting. And last but not least, the South High Marathon Dance Committee was here today. You couldn't see most of them because they were off camera for the interview, but we're going to close out tonight with a special treat. We asked them to go outside and dance. They know how to dance. And don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.